And we're live on the twitch.tv/the Xisuma. Welcome back to another stream here on Hermitcraft, where we are going to be working on digging out some slime chunks. Oh, you've never seen that take place before in the game of Minecraft, have you? What fresh, exciting, wonderful content I have for you today. Actually, on that note, I don't have an actual slime farm design in mind. What I'd like to do is get into a test world, tinker and experiment with some ideas. I've got a whole bunch of ideas, and my goal is, for the most part, just to find a different way to make that farm that we've done over and over again over the years. Maybe it involves scaffolding. That seems to be my new favourite thing. Do I have set note sounds on? Is it a little low? No, it's 15%. Welcome to all the peeps in the chat saying hello. Thanks for coming by and hanging out today. My voice is a bit rough, bit on the rough side. I've got a hot cup of tea here. Do not want to forget about it, or hopefully warm up those vocals and all that. Zucchini Box says the thumbnails in the YouTube announcement videos are so cute. Today's fan art was by Definator, who's done some really cool stuff. One of those from like back in the day, as I like to say, like season 2, season 3, as far back as that. Cool stuff. Relos, thank you for 42 months, and Evil X is here. It's Soft Monkey for 70 months. Thank you so much, my dude. Enjoy the tea. I will absolutely enjoy it. I was watching a video about quitting coffee this morning, and I feel like my relationship with coffee and caffeine is pretty good. Like, today's a no coffee day, and I feel fine about it. I'm actually surprisingly like awake and alert, considering that I did not sleep very well at all last night. So I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those days where things are all right. Okay, so I have another Minecraft running, and I think what I'll do is I'll let you see it. So if I go into single player and into the Hermitcraft world... What are we doing, says Wrigley? You're about to find out. We got Widdershins here for 14 months. Here's to many more months of derps and curries. I'm trying to cut down on the curries. I'm sorry. I'm not having any this week. Or weekend. Thank you, my dude. JJ Carnell 22 for 2 months. Oh, do you know what I really should do? I should really take some pictures of these curries, like, and share them with all here. Because they're just mega. Have been watching since Season 4. X, really enjoy your content. Are you disappointed that Birch Forest won't be upgraded for the new update? I'm not that disappointed, because... Dude, like, this... is not loading, and it really should be loading. I'm gonna ditch that, because I don't know why it would not. If it crashes when I do it with this one, then that's super disappointing. So let's go in here. Oh, this might be even more of a problem-ish. It might not remember where I was in the world because it's a different account. Huh. Stuck again. That's super annoying. That means I've got to reload the client. Ah, this is going to slow us down big time, because I need to go into that world to get some coordinates. Why would it just get stuck now? Fortunately, I may have another way of getting the information that I need. I was going to show you something really cool. I have to now restart the client. While that's happening, I'm going to... Let's see, I need the Hermitcraft seed, and I need the slime chunk finder. Very curious that would break. Well, terrific start really, isn't it? What was the rest of that? Oh yeah, the rest of that message. I'm generally just happy that Minecraft continues to be updated. Maybe I can share some thoughts at another time on on the specifics of that update. And oh my goodness me, we got 3 sub bombs coming in. I'm over here baffled and confused by the program and it crashing and stuff. Oh, the game even. Jamming, thank you for 72 months. Evil-X right there. And we got gifted subs. So many of them. Anonymous Stab, Relos, Soft Monkey, thank you so much for coming by and gifting some subs to our community here. If you hear your name being read out loud, be sure to say thanks in the chat. We've got Dorian Bones, Steph Rao, Fatal Error, Shik Idu, Shelliga. God, some of these names. Sternal Germs, Ride Out Gaming, The Azim, Akmiral, Cyan _ definitely not subscribed. You are now subscribed. Gemma Girl, Tim, Ramblin' Rocky, X Reaper 247. Admirari, thank you for 5 months in a row. Luna Ekante, thank you for 5. And SakaJ90, thank you for 15. Tremendous, tremendous. Okay, right, so we're off to this amazing action-packed, jam-packed start to the stream. I happen to remember the coordinates off the top of my head for where we... Oh, brilliant, I found it. Okay. So we have to write down some numbers here. This website should... There we go. So we want like 1505 and 609. Okay, so come back over here. 1505, 609. The first one is a -2. Which way are we going? Whenever I open this up now, like my brain sort of goes to where the coordinates used to be, and then it's like, oh no, they're higher up. So yeah, that direction, and this way a little bit. We're probably going to be out of range of the beacon, which is a bit of a disappointment. I can always set up another one, nice and easy. Anyway, this will be our way through, I guess. Just through here. Oh, there's a new Vanilla Tweaks resource pack out, and I am super tempted to use it now that I've thought of it. I might just go download it and put it on, and y'all can see how cool this resource pack is. But for now, let's quickly just continue with 609 and yeah. Okay, let's put that in the offhand. Oh, I wonder if it's compatible. It might not be. This resource pack might not be compatible with dynamic lighting, which I've got. Am I doing this right? Yeah, I'm definitely going in the right direction. It's further away than I thought it was. We might also be going through the slime chunk that we need as well. Yeah, there's 505. Uh-huh. And we're out of the range of the beacon. Terrific. Cledus Judd, thank you for 6 months. That Christopher, thank you for 76. Another Evil-X. How was your breakfast curry? God, the memes. I haven't had any breakfast today. After this stream, I'm going to walk into town and get something to eat, because it's a nice sunny day. I thought I'd go for a stroll, you know. Let's also F3G this, as we're going to come up on a chunk border soon. Another sub bomb here. Bell Stephen, thank you for gifting subs too. Jaladon Thox, Donna Def, Sad's Egg, Quinips, and Kenneth Sal 95. Y'all be gifted subs. Be sure to say thanks in the chat. We always appreciate the gifting of the subs. And thank you everyone for your continued support. Lucaro, thank you so much for the tea reminder in chat. What would I do without you, eh? What would I do? Here's a question. To what height can slimes spawn? Ah, that would be the edge right there. Also, I definitely should collect some cobble while we're at this level. It's one of those things I forget about when doing this kind of mining. And I should probably place down some torches, because I'm relying on the dynamic lighting a little too much. Creeps the Marshmallow, thank you for subscribing. Zora Spinamana gifting a sub to Cub Fam. We got Hermitcraft royalty in chat. I feel like I need a an emote. An emote for when there's a hermit here, right? I mean, I'd love an emote for each individual hermit. But, that'll probably be too many. That wouldn't fit on my stream deck. Tyrium87, thank you for 2 months. Ice Leo Cream, thank you for 600 biddies. Greatly appreciated. So, as I mentioned, Cub says it's me. Verified, as you can see in chat. As I mentioned, what I want to do is tinker around with slime farm designs. So, we've come over here, and what I have is not a quad chunk. It's like a quad chunk with extra slime chunks on the side. It would be 6 in total. I'm probably just going to utilize the 4 of them, though. Wait, that isn't it. Hang on, the other one goes across 2, right? Oh yeah, and I got a T. God, I'm perpetually distracted by the Minecrafting. And that's our way over here. Okay. So quite a ways away from the beacon, but that's fine. Can't you page your stream deck, says Mayskull? I can page my stream deck, but you know what I'm like. I'm going to make all the mistakes trying to find someone inside a folder. Asda Car Park, thank you for 12 months. And Rambling PJ, thank you for 25. If you like the band Gajira, I highly recommend listen to the band Alt with their latest EP, The Seed of Self-Destruction. Thanks for the tip, dude. I'll check them out after the stream. I've been listening to quite a few songs this morning. I was listening to the old Tony Hawk's Pro Skater songs, like some of my favourites from those old soundtracks. I was playing that with my mate the other day, and it was like a bit of nostalgia, and yeah, so I was listening to like loads of just interesting songs instead of just an album, you know. Right. Anyway, you've seen a chunk like this get dug out a gazillion times. We'll get back to that later on in this episode. Let's see if we can go into our test world and not have it crash, because the other world crashed. See what happens. And we're in the world. Excellent. Right. The thing that I wanted to show you... it doesn't work in here. I'd enabled slime chunks on mini HUD, but it doesn't work on a server. That's why I was using that single player world. Pouncy, yeah, thank you for the cheers and biddies, my dude. Greatly appreciate the support. I hope you're enjoying the stream. So when it comes to slime farming, we could do something where we like use actual flying machines to, I don't know, push them into a trap. I really want to see what happens when they spawn on these. I think we actually need a world where slimes will spawn naturally. Yeah, I don't think using an egg is actually going to be that different from it spawning naturally. So the reason I'm spawning it on scaffolding is because we've recently learned that mobs don't pathfind up here. So the slime's pathfinding is so simple, it picks a random direction and bounces, that it's not really going to respect any kind of scaffolding stopping the AI working. So that skeleton's going to stay there unless the slime nudges it. So using slimes on here, it doesn't make sense to use scaffolding. If you wanted to emulate the flushing mechanism, you could use the same shape, but the scaffolding would not be necessary. Okay, now let's grab a slab for a second. Or even trapdoors, right? Like, if there was an issue with getting the large slimes to spawn or sweep out of here, you might be able to encourage them by increasing the size of the platform. So the redstone for flushing them out is really sufficient there. And then inside of your chunk you would have this, and then I guess down at the edges you would have a sufficient drop into magma blocks or campfires. So we're not gonna bother with that. Let's check out what happens when one of these comes up against... Oh! It gets stuck. Oh, and then it jumps, but it's still stuck to it. Fascinating. Okay, well this gives me an idea. This gives me a raging idea. Crisp Aids, thank you ever so much for the prime. This might almost work in conjunction with a second idea, which was to use... It was to use something. What was it? Nether portals? Huh. Oh, that's actually part of the mechanism to set it off again. Right. So, this machine... Not really sure if that's the way to go about it or not. We're going to need some redstone here. Is it one too many? Is it two too many? What's different? I mean, maybe, Maybe you have to look at it like it's two separate things, right? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Probably pushing it. Yeah, I think I see the problem here. Yeah, okay. So, you'd have to have way smaller flying machines. You probably couldn't make them quite as uniform, but that might stop them from jumping and flush them off. An interesting idea. I don't think that's the way to go, though. There's something to it. But you'd have a large area in which you need to sweep the slimes out of, and then you would have a lot of flying machines going back and forth. But I love how they get stuck to the honey. That's interesting. Do you not want to just use the old Iron Golem trick, says Avatar. I might use it to get started, but I just want to have fun tinkering around and exploring other ideas, right? Like, you don't always just have to pick something that works. You can take some time having fun. Wriggly Fox, thank you ever so much. Sorry, Wiggly Fox, thank you for 27 months, my dude. Greatly appreciated. So here's another thought. Let's get this thing flying. Like, oh, well there you go. It jumps up on that edge. I was kind of curious if it would stop it jumping over the top of it. X, why don't you just kill the slimes with a command block, says Stupid Genius. Oh yeah, because on Hermitcraft, you know, oh, just use a command block. Everyone accepts that on Hermitcraft. Gosh. Unplugged Gamer says the mini HUD slime farm overlay works on the server when you have the seed available. You just need to TP activate it with a command. Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to use that command. Like, do you literally just type it into chat without a slash? Because that's what I was getting confused about. One of the other ideas that I had was to use nether portals and like have a square of nether portals and then put like the slimes run away from anything. Are they scared of anything? They get attracted to golems. Maybe you put golems on the other side of the portals, right? So then they spawn in the middle, they go to a portal, and all the portals link up to something on the other side that kills them. Now I think that's a cool concept, but on Hermitcraft our flexibility for synchronization with the portals will be quite limited. You should kill them with a wither. I'm not too confident or even knowledgeable about how to build a wither cage, but yeah, I guess you could. Then they would die on the spot, you see, and then you'd need something to pick them up underneath. Out of curiosity, what would happen if you built the honey block flying machine one block up? Do the slimes get stuck on the flying machine? Let's, I kind of want to just quickly modify this. What I should really be doing is, like, preserving a contraption and cloning the area. So, a ways to do that would be just to come over here. And let's pinch this one. I did make it high enough, so I should be able to just go... Yeah, that's kind of alright, isn't it? Then we'll change... Where's my honey blocks? Change these over. If you use the wither, you would also get wither roses. That's true. Again, I am really unconfident about making a wither cage. I'm not knocking the idea. It's a definite good one for 2 and 1. I just kind of want to work with what I'm comfortable with. So the little slimes are probably gonna not do too much in here, right? Alright, there's no redstone to send it back currently because I didn't make the thing high enough. Alright. So, these ones get pushed and can't jump over it. The little ones, though, yeah, it goes right over them. So, probably not the way to go. Let's keep drinking tea. Let's keep reading chat. Let's see some more suggestions. Slime farm a la Tango Tech with bouncing and falling everything but efficiency, please. I don't know what that means. Cool thing to learn, making a wither cage, says Rob. Yeah, it is, probably. Don't withers need bedrock to be actually caged, says Sheila. Yeah, that's what I thought. Just make a simple one with iron golems. Designs can be very flexible. Yeah, you know, I've done it before, so I'm trying to think of other ways to make slime farms, that's all. Put a fence post on the bottom of the flying machine? Because if we add more blocks to it, then the flying machine gets smaller. I already don't think the flying machine is a great idea. I could possibly change the shape of it a bit to be more suited. Fence gates, question mark. You'll have to elaborate more. Obsidian, question mark, again. Just naming a block isn't all that. Why no water, says Leo Maximilian. I'm not saying water is off the table. You can make wither cages with boats as long as you keep them attracted to something. Yeah, that sounds super dodgy to me. I don't want to rely on something like that. Oh, goodness me. Obsidian wither cage. Withers can break obsidian. Are you going to use this for the froglight farm? No, No, I'm not. Well, yeah, I guess I'll have to think about that, though, when 1.19 comes around. Someone mentioned using an iron golem and an elevator. I kind of like the idea of maybe elevating them up to the looting on the swords, but I've done that before as well. I've done a slime farm that like sends them all over to a looting. Use snow golems. Let's see how they interact with snow golems. Once upon a time, there was only a few blocks in this game, and you can remember all the quirky details about it. They attack slimes, and the slime doesn't seem to care. What about a larger slime? Now it happened to be bouncing. No, they just ignore them. Fascinating. Okay, we can't have all this chaos, unfortunately. Messing up my world. Iron Golem, on the other hand, they are attracted to. You know what? I just realised something. I was picturing. Let's grab some stuff for the Iron Golem, right? I was picturing. Flint and steel. Right, I was picturing this. That you would have your chunk, and on the outside of the chunk you'd have 4 portals, right? Let's say our chunk is just this 3x3 bit. The portals would be out here, and your iron golems would be behind each portal. But, if now you imagine that actually the portals are in the middle, and that the attract range is good enough, then all the slimes will come here to the iron golem in the middle. So if we trap an iron golem inside of portals in the middle of a chunk instead of around the outside, it means the coordinates are going to be way easier to sync to the nether side, And if no one's in the nether, they won't despawn, and we can automatically kill them over there with, like, lava and whatnot. So, I reckon something like that might actually work. Okay, okay. Pretty sure mobs look through portals, right? So, Iron Golem in the middle. Might want to use something that keeps the Iron Golem trapped but gives you more visibility. So let's try some good old trapdoors. I really don't know if it's going to work now. Let's actually get the Iron Golem in here. I can always destroy it if it turns out to be a pain. Iron bar is another suggestion in chat there. Okay, right. So it's bigger than the iron trapdoors. So let's try... I mean, that means, yeah, now we're limited to... In terms of the height of a block, we're kind of limited a little bit. Oh, why did you do that? What I should really do is just use commands. Oh wait, 255 on that one. Oh, you're wrecking up all the slimes, are you? Immediately, wow. So yeah, what I should do is probably like summon Iron Golem, round that to a 5, and then maybe make that like up above so it drops down. And then I'm just going to put that on my clipboard. Right, so this will hold it, but actually it might not need to be at this level. It might just need to be at that level there, and then all the different slimes will hopefully be able to see it. I can also make it so the spawning floor is level with the obsidian. Wrong one. Ha! Right, so we bring in an Iron Golem. I don't think it can escape. It also probably can't see slimes because of where its eye line is, so it won't really try to move too much. Oh yeah, I already got that. So now the question is, how far away can the slime see? Let's just use this. Like, how far away does the slime actually see the Iron Golem? We could even stack this design for multiple floors, possibly. Look at the Iron Golem, dude! It's over there. Well, they've both decided to go that way. Have you seen him? Have you seen the Iron Golem? Are you like, I like that guy? Nah, it's not actually seeing it. Does it have to see the Iron Golem's eyes? Oh, that's what someone... Pescoloson in chat says that they need to see the eyes of the Iron Golem. Okay. Well, in that case, you've probably got a better chance all around. I was about to say. If it's lowered by 2, you've probably... Dang it! Right, let's try again. No! Oh, I'm just useless, aren't I? Right, don't escape. Yeah, if it's all the way down the bottom here, then even a small slime surely has a better chance of seeing it. And it looked like that small slime just turned around and looked at it, didn't it? And so did that one. Wow. Interesting. I mean, that one has also just immediately turned around and gone, Golem! Every time I spawn it, so far it's turned around. Wow. Alright, I might have to look something up on the wiki. Let's press F3 and G here just for a moment. Like, actually no, what we want to do is go count here to here. So that's 15 blocks. So if we were in... If we were like right on the edge of a chunk, like a slime chunk, it looks like it would go to the edge. But we're going to build it in the middle. So it's probably going to be a little less than 15. but it will go around in all directions. I think I'll make it circular as well. Can I fix my hotbar? What's wrong with it? It's exactly how I want it to be. Today when I started to stream, I was like, I hope that that hotbar will be cut off a little bit. Yo, if it's not cut off, I'm gonna cry. It's exactly how I want it to be. What's wrong with that? Yo. Why do they always tell me my hotbar's broken? It's exactly how I want it to be. Right, okay. We've done some experiments. I think we've got a solid concept here. So, what I want to do... kind of want to be where the iron golem is now. Oh, I guess you're temporary. Right, so... Ken10, S94, thank you ever so much for 3 months of support, my dude. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Cycler? No, we're looking for the cylinder. Actually, I think we're looking for... No, we're looking for cylinder. Well, we'll stick with our polished andesite. I don't think that's actually the command. And again... Okay. Actually, I think... No, I'm pretty sure that's it. Alright, anyway. We'll find out. Polished andesite. Let's say... Let's go for 31, because this thing will be built in the middle of 2 chunks, and that's 32. Yeah, I had a feeling it might do something like that. So we go down a level, I think. And then let's add the tag for... Oh, I don't know what AH is. AHH? Ah! I have no idea what that's about. Okay, so it's going to break my nether portals, that's fine. And it breaks a little bit of other stuff that we've been doing over here. Okay. That is absolutely way bigger than I thought it was. Okay, I know what's gone wrong there. We need to use the number 15. So, you have the... What do you have? You have the circumference of a circle. You have, like, the radius and the diameter. And basically, one of them is all the way across and one of them is center to edge. And I believe this is center to edge, whereas I thought it was all the way across. So now we have a much more reasonable looking space to operate with. This is just messy. Right, and the edges of these would be walls. And then the slimes would basically go to the iron golem in the middle. It's kind of like we've done before, using the iron golem to attract them. This time, I guess the difference is... let's get that iron golem back in. The difference this time is that we send them to the nether. So we need a nether side killing contraption for our slimes now. Also, we would have slabs on top of this to stop anything spawning here. I could do like multiple floors as well. Like, here's an interesting idea. Slimes, do they take full damage? This feels like one of those things where I assume they don't, and they do. Yeah, so not good for small slimes, but you could just have, like, up in the air above it, like, really small spawning platforms, right, over and over again. And then they just sort of spawn off, fall straight down, they look at the iron golem, right? It would kill the small ones, but it might give you some better rates. So that's another idea on how to make this extra interesting. In fact, I feel like it could look really cool, aesthetically speaking, if we chose the right blocks to make this circle interesting, to perhaps give it the face of a green slime or something like that, and then floating above it the platforms make up like another part of the image. Or, you know, you imagine you're outside looking for a window and you get to see like an interesting view of the farm. So did the iron golem attack it before it went through the portal then? I really need to use the command to get the small one, right? Okay, there's a way I can help myself a little bit here. Die! Oh. I just thought of something else that might help as well. Okay, that was useless. now you give me a small one. There we go. Right, is it going to attack any of these? I don't know, maybe... Yeah, okay. Okay, it has the ability to attack. I wonder if I can modify that. So, that's... Oh, no, I don't want to be in the Nether right now. So that's potentially a minor issue. As you see, it doesn't happen every single time. Oh, God. Make the portal one bigger, says Geared. Ah, that's a pretty good suggestion. That is a pretty good suggestion. I was thinking that we could lower the floor down by 1 block. In here. Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry about that, bruv. Oh, not again. Qers, thank you so much for 5 months. Greatly appreciated. I think I know where I know that name from now. Let me check. Okay, I'm doing stuff off screen again. Super entertaining, I know. Yes! Yes! You are the creator of MCA Selector. Wait, am I... Oh, God, am I getting the name of that right? MCA Selector, right? And now I've got to reconfigure Discord. Oh, dear, here we go, right. That's all reconfigured. Excellent, excellent. Dude, thank you for 5 months, and thank you for MCA. It's awesome. Yeah, well, we've been chatting recently. I recognise the name now. I'm more familiar. I won't say what we've been chatting about, but I'm excited to share with the community whenever things are done. Right. Okay, let's drop them from above. Oh, now you give me the small ones. Right, that one's going to die and create some small ones. And does the Iron Golem still reach it? Oh, one managed to come back. Oh, no, you're ruining my experiments. They've been on the other side for too long. That's what's wrong. Actually, maybe they're aiding with my experiments, so... Oh, I should really just use a command block to stop being lazy, right? Could be a while. It could be a while. I'm pretty sure it's just that. Yep. Right, I know you were targeting that one. Target this one, dude. I think that might have done it. Which would be better than making the portals bigger. Okay, right, my next idea involves lowering the amount of spawn space, technically, I believe. So if we were to do that, we are eliminating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it just means any slimes that go to this corner here don't hang around as much, right? Like they should, in theory, get pushed. Oh, I think that's because I spawned it and it was already inside. Like that. There you go. That's kind of quick. Actually, I think that's probably worth it to have water just push them around the corners of the portal here. Right, there's also a bit of an issue with slimes sort of coming back through the portal, but I don't think we need to worry about that right now. So, there you go. That's pretty much it on this side. Now we go through to the Nether. Let's... I don't actually have the data pack for the coordinates. -10 and 461. I think what I'll do is I'll break that. I was doing some experiments there, and we'll just start again. So, back to the overworld we go. Curls says the Iron Golem must be so confused. Where is that Iron Golem? I don't know. Everything's confusing in Minecraft, right? How are y'all in chat liking this doing technical stuff on stream, right? Like, I wanted to get back to the old school bit, do some designing, do some redstone. We got 1,400 peeps tuned in today. Be sure to hit the follow button if you're enjoying the stream, and let me know in chat if you're down with the clown, if you like this, if it's good. 15 out of 10. Wow, what an endorsement! What an endorsement. Okay. Y'all like it, that's cool, excellent. I'm seeing quite a few positive ones. How about a poll, says Coles? If one of our mods wants to throw that up, that'd be greatly appreciated. I'm going to just focus on this for the time being. So the first thing I'm thinking is that having a large portal might help with the things coming through and not getting destroyed inside of the obsidian. Because when they get killed on this side, the new entities that come out of the slime, I think, are the ones that come back through. Or they've just been on the other side for a long time and then came back through. Right. So what I want to do over here is set world spawn. So this will be loaded. Give myself a command block. And have it summon, like, let's just start with the largest slime, right? So we used a command a while back. This one right here. I believe the smaller this number, the closer it is to us. So we'll take that. And we'll give it size 2. And then we'll set up a little redstone clock. Let's go with this kind of pace. What am I doing? Just need those. How do I get it to... There's a way you set up one of these with like a block and it has a torch on it. See, that's not what I want. You want the decay. Maybe it was on the side like that, and then that feeds back in somewhere? I can't remember. Is it? No, that's terrible. Where does it go? Oh, that doesn't point into there. That's the one. It's not... I'm pretty sure it's not done that way. But it's something similar to that. Okay, it looks like I've caused them to go over to the side. It also feels like this isn't as slow as I want it to be. Can I... I'm pretty sure that doesn't decay, right? No, there's 2 on this side. Yeah, it doesn't decay. Is it me, or is size 2 not as big as the big ones we usually see? That looks more like it. Anyway, the coordinates were not good, so 7, and then it must be this number that needs to be changed. Let's change that to a 9. And it's spawning it in, so we need to change that to like a 1. And then it should be just in front of us. There you go. Right, that looks like the same size as the biggest one, right? Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, so now we should have a... Ah, we found another problem. A problem that I think is probably a good candidate for either not using the water or to make the portals bigger. Yeah, I think it's either don't use the water or make the portal bigger and keep the water. We probably won't have such a crazy amount spawning anyway, right? This thing really needs to be slower. Need a slower clock. Yeah, bigger portals is probably the way to go here. Okay. So then on this side, how do they come through? Can we make it so that they just drop out? I think... Oh no, okay, that's good. So we want them to come straight out and then fall into some sort of trap. It might just be really simple. We should probably just use magma blocks and keep them all in the same area. So we want them to... Oh, this is so squishy, this sound. Oh my god, the squishy noises. We want them to not be able to jump up out of here, essentially, right? Let me place my blocks. And we probably need like... Oh god, this is awful. Right. So like, expand 3. And then, I think that's actually 4 wide, so 3. And then set magma. Yep, looking okay-ish. Oh god, that sound is awful. I think I just need to kill all the slimes, right? Uh-huh. Oh, and again! And possibly one more! Oh, thank goodness. Now it's tolerable. I probably shouldn't use tinted glass because it makes it sort of dark on the inside. But you can see what I'm doing here, right? This looks promising. And because it doesn't require a player to kill them and it's in the nether, it should mean that they just stay in that little area and get cooked. Oh my god, I've got to do it again. Forever and always. Right. If I do that and go over here... No, I'm going to do this the safer way. With the commands, just copy. Oh, not quite. Yeah, that gives us that bit, and then over here I'll just build this one again. Oh my god, you're driving me insane. Slime carnage in here, isn't it? Now, I've guessed that they won't jump back out of there. I will have to observe this, but the concept is so simple. All I got to do is lower the platform, right? So that, in theory, is that, because if they can't get back up, no slime that come through can then go back into the portal. It might be that they end up, like, jumping on top of each other. Could be a bit of a... No, they sort of squish down. They don't bounce off the top. And admittedly, this is a little bit on the low side, so... Possibly you could increase the damage. You could use entity cramming, which I think would be difficult to set up in this area. You could maybe put wither roses on there, and that might help give them the wither effect as well as regular damage. Okay, so let's go and just give it a sort of eyeball experiment here. If we shift the region by 1 and we set block to... That's biome. Just set to wither rose. Now there might be additional damage taking place now. Oh no, they all pop off. Look, they popped off. So you can't have them on top of magma blocks. Interesting. So in that case, well, I don't have wither roses right now, so we're building this for our current situation. It's just a little on the slope. Let's have a read. Iron golems on the nether side to draw them off the platform. I think it seems good, but the reality is they pick a random direction and jump. So if they choose to jump like in a straight line with the nether portal, something else will come along and push it out eventually. Like that one's actually doing that right now. So yeah, and maybe I can get them off a little quicker. That's a good idea. Lava flow above signs. I could definitely put lava in here somewhere. Campfires are a bit taxing on the rendering side. I don't know if they damage faster though. Rickro, thank you ever so much for 3 months of support, my dude. Greatly appreciated. Thank you for the subscription. So let's set... Wait, does a soul campfire do more damage? I don't know. Does that also set them on fire? That looks faster to me. I don't know. You have to wait a minute, really. It kind of looks cool with all the portacles. The portacles... God. Mincing my words. Particles. Hey, hey, hey! We got a sub bomb here. Grumpy005. Thank you for gifting subs to Kenneth, Wars Men, Civil Swifty, Jay Pirano, Abs Spark, and Crossstein. If you heard your name being read out loud, be sure to say thanks in the chat. And Ryan, RDB Photo LLC. Thank you for 5 months. Greatly appreciated, my dude. Also, we got poll results in. 75% of you like the technical streams, 21% don't even care, and 4% don't like it. I apologise to the 4%. It's not all we're doing today, but you can't make everyone happy. Apparently, y'all are telling me that soul campfires do more damage. Fascinating. I gotta look up the wiki on this one. Like, that does look faster. Right, I'm gonna refer to the Minecraft wiki. Quickly. I'll tell you what I'd love. I'd love, like, the Minecraft wiki to be, like, an in-game thing that you could, like, pull up. Let's look for damage. Damage, damage, damage. A campfire deals 1, half a heart, and a soulfire campfire deals 2, a whole heart. So yes, it is doing twice as much damage. So our other idea was to use a little bit of lava here and there. Just wondering what the best way to hold back the lava is. Right, I think we need to go to the overworld. And turn off that command block for a minute. Also, how many slimes are over here? Not a crazy amount. Yeah, let's kill some slimes again. Just looks so funny, doesn't it? Hey, wait! How did you just I don't even know how you did that. That was magic. That should never have happened. Oh, look! You can see that occasionally it does attack some and get some slime here in the overworld. We did say we were going to increase the size of the portals, so that'll put them further away from the Iron Golem too. Yeah, okay, before we do this bit, I want to come back to this. So, we can increase it one of two sizes, right? And if we increase it 1 block, then we're going to create a circle that is odd, which isn't really a problem. It also will line up with our chunks perfectly, so I really like that idea. But then we would have to align the Iron Golem in the middle to the very middle. Right, so this is odd, so therefore... how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? I think I want to go... Yeah, that's fine. And then make that selection again. I'm not sure I did the right thing there, actually. Let's undo a couple of times, think about it again. Yeah, okay, I know what to do. So, we need to actually select the entire thing. Expand. I think it's got to be less than that. And then move it by 1. So now we've shifted the whole thing out. So it'll be 4 blocks. Then we've got to do the same thing this way. Which will destroy our beautiful little bit of redstone. Just like that. Cool. Right, Rusty. Don't get any ideas. Don't go anywhere. We're experimenting over here. So how do we get Rusty into a, like, the very, very middle here? I think it might be possible with pistons. Let's see what happens if we are to push some of these iron bars about, okay? Rusty's going to be well behaved, right? Might help. Yeah, if I were to do this in survival, I'd probably have a bunch of, like, other blocks first. So this will be the derpy way of doing it, and there'll be a smarter survival way of doing it. Right, yeah, okay. Let's get rid of that, put that there. You're not too close to that, are you? I think you are. Oh, this might work. Ooh. Oh, it pushed it back. Oh, right, there you go. Kind of. Got too many iron bars. Right, so you're sort of like in there, but it doesn't look like it's really right in the middle. Trapdoors might be an option here. Oh, some of y'all are saying fences. I think trapdoors. Xisuma, could you please make a world edit tutorial on how to use it to design farms? I really struggle with it. That's the kind of thing that I do on these streams. You'll get insights into that. I've never really taken the time to package it into a, like, package the knowledge into a tutorial format. It's something I could do. It would take so much time to consider all the things. I think it'd be a really valuable resource, is what I'm saying. Another thought just crossed my mind. What we had before was Rusty able to go half a block up to the edge of the portal. Well, now, couldn't we just use solid blocks like that? And we'd have the exact same effect? So we don't need to pin the golem down in the very middle. We just need it... Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, we just need this guy to be able to see out into the rest of the world, right? And then if it gets any ideas about jumping, we're going to have some troubles over here. So you'd possibly also need that, which might interfere with how the slimes see the golem. I'm not sure. But there you go. We've now made that slightly bigger. Don't really need to fill this in right now. But maybe this bit over here we do. Huh. So that's... Ah, it's freaking out. Why would it freak out? It didn't freak out before, did it? Actually, it makes total sense. I think because it was already powered, perhaps, it made it behave differently. Or maybe it's sort of something to do with the extra comparators here. I don't know what one it is, but, you know, there you go. Dang it. Let's see what that gets us. Terrible, terrible redstone circuit. Gets us two at once. Actually, I think this thing needs to be a little quicker, doesn't it? Right, so it looks like they're still going to have a little bit of a problem getting into the portal. Not as bad as before. Kind of makes me again think that water is necessary. I wonder if there's a better way of setting up the water stream to achieve the same thing. Like, if you had this up here... Okay, one of these needs to be a full block. If you did that... Okay, water... I think it will also make the slimes go up the water stream, possibly. Yeah, like that. That might not be a bad thing if you've got a roof. Kind of looks alright so far, doesn't it? And then what happens when they just get, like, naturally they're a little close to it? I think the thing is, you don't need it to be up here, do you? You just put it there like that. That's it. That's exactly what you need. Now you don't have the pressure. Ah. God, sometimes it's so simple. Like, knowing the mechanics of this game is something that you want to, like, keep your brain refreshed with all the time. Look at that. That's definitely more elegant now, isn't it? Wow. I could have done that earlier. I just didn't think of it until we tried something different. Oh, the height of the portal is another consideration. That thing jumps and can clearly possibly bounce before. Okay, great suggestion in chat. We'll raise this up by 1, 2. I really like this farm. This is cool. So let's move up by 1. And we'll have to relight this. Need that flint and steel. Oh god, it's getting hectic. Dang it, I put it right on top of the obsidian. I always want to like be more attentive to the hotbar and be like, okay, I'm not using that block anymore, let's replace that one. Alright, cool. I'm very happy with this. I think this is a final design. So now we just need to... Stupid Genius says it's difficult being a genius. I'd say it's like a lot of it's practice, I think. Like if you continuously engage with the game in this way, you'll remember things better. DW yours, thank you for 4 months. Greatly appreciated. You know, like it's very easy just to look up tutorials when you need stuff. I'm trying to avoid doing that. It's got to be more like, hey, let's go engineer our own thing. Someone else has probably designed, you know, something similar at some point because the principles are all very similar to one another, right? Anyway, let's get a carved one of those. So, the smallest slime... Where's the eye line here? Like, we don't want them, like, jumping through the gap. But then, back here... we can have a little rusty fella. I think it might be able to make its way out of there, actually. I don't know what the best way to hold them in this cage is. Might also be beneficial to change this thing to be 3 wide, I think. Yeah, I thought you might do that. So that's going to... Also, we might not need this on both sides, right? Because we're going to pull the mob towards the iron golem. Yeah, okay, right. I need to turn this off. There's some... There's plenty of modifications we can make here now as well. Clover TR, thank you ever so much for 4 months of support, my dude. Greatly appreciated. Wow, that had a bit of a last gasp, didn't it? Right, so we'll do that. We'll make it 5 wide. And then we're going to have just the golem on the one side to lure them out. So that they basically come straight out this way, whether they like it or not. And that should mean that we need way less of these. God, look at all those juicy slime balls, right? But also... do we need more? We need more on this side, right. Oh! Okay, apparently y'all can't see the command line that I'm using down here because of the crossed off hotbar thing. Well, I'll change that then. Bit gutted about that because I like the idea that you could learn how to use some of the commands just by watching me do it, and now I've learned that they're cut off too. Great. Great. Me and my trolling, eh? Okay, so this guy could be better positioned now that we've got the right width together. Whoops. Then when it comes to... let's press F3 and B here. They need to see... I think we might get away with it just being like that, right? So they come through. It might be better if it's too high. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, yeah. Quit your jumping. Stop jumping! I literally need you to not jump right now. So we're going to have the one block in the middle. Oh, I wonder if you use like a fence post could nudge its height up half a block. I guess a slab would as well, right? So there it is on the one block in the middle. And then given its size, I think we want to... Yeah, this is where we probably want to use fences anyway because of the shape of them. Like that. So now I can give you a nudge. I think I might... No, I can't give you a nudge in that way. But I think this can just be a full block, so... Probably don't need that. The height of the fence post might help too. Yeah, so potentially that's all we need, right? Now the slimes can see the golem. And then they fall down. And then this is where we need... possibly some lava blades. Now, if I put the lava blades anywhere down here, the smaller slimes are capable of going through them. And that would destroy some of our drops. So they need to be high up. If we come up here and just imagine... Right, so you're like the size of 2 blocks. I need the middle one now. What happened to my strength effect? That was... Come on, there we go. That one looked like it was about the size of 1. So I reckon you're probably going to need a lava blade around there. But the little ones might jump up. They might jump up. So you've got like that there. And we're talking about it being here, I think. So a little one, if we could get one. Yeah, that one would... Oh yeah, it would spawn about there. So you'd probably jump off into it. But a little one, if I could get one. How high does that thing jump? It jumps high enough. But does it jump across enough? I'm also wondering if this thing even needs to be 3 wide. Anyway, right. I think I've seen what I need to see. Oh, no, we're going for type over here. Yes, yes, yes. See you later. So what we'll use is a lava bucket, a sign, and some more glass. Now, does lava flow 8 blocks in the Nether? It does. Just double checking, because it used to be 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could... Actually, yeah, no. I should probably just use lava here and a fence gate. Also, the size of the lava might change the drop rate. Like, a thin blade might be better than this right here. So we want it to go across that. And then we want something floating. Right there. Uh-huh. God, these particle effects are a bit mad, aren't they? Yeah, so you got a big chunky blade of lava. Okay, so back to the overworld. Enable this again. Oh, lag spike. Didn't expect that happening. but it looks like it's fixable with that. So they can go in one way and then come back the other. Right, and then they will get big time burns. They can also get whacked by the golem. And when they seem to die and fall down, it kind of looks alright. I think you'd have to watch it for a while. Let's get rid of those hitboxes. But it looks to me like the big ones come in and everything else drops down. And if the next level get caught... Oh, I think I saw... I don't know how many we're losing here, but it kind of looks to me like the small ones always make it down to the bottom. If you have carpet mod, you can tick walk and see if anything happens. Oh, that is a great suggestion to use carpet mod here. Right, I'm seeing the little ones jump off near the lava and not get caught by it. This honestly looks really promising. It does look like... Yeah. There's the capacity for some things to get caught here and there. I think if you change these to solid blocks, it will cause them to take damage, which we probably don't want because of the way that they go into that. It's pretty convenient for us. It might also be worth putting a roof here. So have a roof on this area too. And honestly, I think that looks really good. What do you think, peeps, right? Lava blades are 100% drawing drops. They're not increasing efficiency. Are you sure? Because what I'm seeing is that the big ones get killed up here. I think you're mistaken. Like, look at that. When the second ones get broken down from the first, you see the little guys drop down. So to say they're 100% drawing... I mean, I'm going to guess... Oh, look, they can escape. Oh, right, what's going on here? We've got a little gap, that's what we got. I think you're saying that they do drop. Like, don't say that they destroy 100%, because it sounds like you're saying they destroy 100% of the drops. Just say, you know, they do actually destroy drops. They're capable of doing that. But I would say... From my observations, it doesn't look like a lot. Again, remember, when the big ones die, they break up into smaller ones, and it's... When they're at the second level, they seem to create the smallest slime, the one that drops the slime ball, way lower down. They must be capable of escaping if they sort of land at the edges, I reckon. So we also probably need this down here. And then we would have hoppers underneath to collect all of the slime. And that looks really good to me. I think Rusty might need to be a block back. It might be unhelpful to have Rusty so close. Right, what I'm going to do is change that. And then, can I get in there and nudge you? Yeah, I can. Now I can't get out? Aha. Yeah, I think I might leave it like that. We've not seen any drops gather on this ledge. I think it's working. Right, chat. I'm going to switch to standing now, and we're probably done with the creative designing session of this stream. I'll be reading chat for your feedback. Let me know what you think. About the slimes getting destroyed here. I don't think this actually destroys a lot of slimes, the item. And then B, if you like the contraption or anything else you want to say. Might want to make the portal one higher so they can move forward better. You could be right. That could be a really good change, actually. Maybe we're not done with all the experimentation just yet. Nether Golem is useless. Overworld Golem needs to stand on honey block to prevent it from jumping. Oh, interesting idea. Also, saying it's useless is a bit odd when it's attracting all the slimes over here, right? Like, they turn to the golem because they see it, and they go for it. Seems like the consensus is the lava and the nether are not both necessary. You only need one or the other. Why would the lava not be necessary? Look at how it's chopping all of these down. I like it. I think it's really cool. I mean, unless what you're saying is, like, you don't need to send them to the nether, but then you have to build a killing contraption around them in the overworld. I like it. It's how I want to do it. See, raising the roof might be bad for the lava trap too. It might change the dynamics a little bit. It's really hard to tell, but so much stuff falls down to the bottom. And here's another thought. Like, look at that one, right? Maybe this needs to be a bigger fall gap so that fall damage helps too. But I'm not really seeing a difference with the nether portal height increased, other than the worry that it might make it easier for things to die in the lava. So I think my final notes, because I will build this on Hermitcraft, is going to be lower portal height. They're saying having the lava is unnecessary because it doesn't matter how fast you kill them when you send them to another dimension. Oh, okay. So I want to kill them because we're on a server with other people, right? Like, I do want to make this thing not have gazillions of slimes in the nether, you know, sitting there taking forever to be killed. What was the other one? Oh yeah. Use full damage more. Cool. Right, we'll now pop... I want to pop back in there. Oh god, this is like... should have cleared a bit more space around it, you know? Ugh! Right, let me in. Then on this side, I don't think there's anything to do, really. I think that design is pretty awesome. Oh! They must have come back through, I reckon, those ones. Maybe then what we'll do is... that. I'm not sure if that'll need testing more or not. Actually, it would... Like, technically, if you're raised up, right? Like, if you're at this height, like, and then you go around to here and you look in, you can see more of the golem. So it does affect it that way, but I think the slimes are basically going to be at the same level. So I don't think this is an issue. And that might just help a little bit with stopping any slimes coming into this area. We also had an idea to use a honey block to stick the golem in place, but I think it's fine like that. So there we go. That's what we're doing. Let's just do a measurement quickly. From here, let's hope that I got this all correct. 32 blocks, excellent. So I can actually take that shape. So we see it right there and start to dig that out on Hermitcraft, believe it or not. So I'm going to grab that. And I tell you what, I actually really want a thumbnail. Let's make a thumbnail before we go back on. I've got that on my other screen, so I can use that as a reference. Right, I'm going to whip through here. go into spectator mode for a second. And somewhere here there's a thumbnail. Alright, I've spammed that. That's terrific. Let's get out of this place. We've been in that world for too long. I need to drink some water. Gosh, I've got such a dry mouth. Now, who can tell me how high up in the world slimes can spawn? I can tell me because I've got the wiki open. Let's go search that. Because I noticed using the mini HUD that they're lower down in the world now. See, some of y'all are saying Y40. I'm pretty sure they now only spawn below the breaking, the new thing. Yeah, so here it's saying below layer 40, but Mini HUD, which gets this information directly from the game, was saying something otherwise. That needs to be looked into. It's still Y40, just more spawn lower down, says Kamara Mazaru. I'm pretty sure when I was using Mini HUD... Oh, by the way, we might be able to actually do this together. Okay, so because of some of your comments, I understood this a little better. If I go in here, that's not what we're looking for. That's not either. Although that was originally -1 and I changed it because I thought that might be the thing. Okay, so you need to have the seed, which I will grab and put on my clipboard. So sending a command like mini HUD seed and then put the seed in. So do I literally go... That's it. We just did it. Wow, okay. So now you can see that we are in slime chunks. And there's another one over here. Oh, wait. Wait, are you telling me that's the slime? Hang on. Huh. I might have my orientation a little off here, but we're supposed to have a quad slime chunk. And it appears that we do. But now, what about height, right? Because I think y'all are right, because... I mean, it's not as high as Y40, but we're not seeing the top of anything. So y'all are probably right. But I'm not going to dig that high up straight away. Okay, so we are in... Let's use this info lines again, just to make super sure. If we just do that, it tells us slime chunk. Yes, we know we're in a slime chunk. We're in a slime chunk again. Now I thought this one here was a slime chunk. Oh, it is. Okay. Well, there you go. Now I understand. And then that's not a slime chunk. Okay, that confused me. Cool. So I know where we are and where our slime chunks are now. And the shape... Ooh! The shape is like... 1, 2, 3 Thor. We're standing in the corner of this one. And then it's also that one and this one as well. But we'll build our slime farm like here in the middle. Ooh! Okay, thank you. Right, we also want a beacon for this project, I'd imagine, right? So I guess we probably want to dig straight down to the bottom of the world. And then go all the way up. So scaffolding would help. Right, so corner of the beacon is going to be outside the slime chunk. Actually, based on how we're going to build our slime chunk, it won't be in the way. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, yeah. Somewhere here for the beacon will be absolutely fine. So we're now where the beacon is going to be. So we've got to go all the way down to the base and build that out. Okay, we've got a beacon. Do you know what I don't really have? Like empty... I don't have a lot of empty shulker boxes to put all this stuff in. So, here's my plan on Hermitcraft at the moment, right? Next episode on Monday, you will see the base. you'll see the entrance, you'll be like, Xisuma! Oh, it's so good! It's so good! You might not be that enthusiastic. But you'll see the base. Then we're going to build a slime farm, followed by a tree farm so that we can get... We need slime farm for sticky pistons to build a tree farm. The tree farm to get wood to build a storage system. Something like that. Gosh, I'm confused even explaining it. Okay, didn't I have like a bunch of iron? I did over here. Cool. I had another little beacon building kit somewhere. I knew it. And, oh, right, it's right there. God, I was confused. I'm like, where's my toolbox? Alright, so down we go. And I've got my... I'll tell you what, this is kind of annoying now. I've got my torches, so we're all good there. Really enjoying this as Cosmo42. I'm glad you are, my dude. I'm glad you are. It's been cool. The Thinky says only if we watch the episode. Don't threaten me by withholding your viewership. That's just mean. Yeah. Meanie pants. Seriously though, I've been putting in a lot of hours into the base entrance, and it's really cool. And like, I'm starting to work on like some other ideas that will tie into it. Now, no promises, but last season we had some storyline stuff that we did with the Puka, and I would love to work with the Puka again. So I'm thinking there might be a way to actually bring some animations back. But I'm just going to take things one step at a time, work on a little idea that ties into the base, and if it turns out to be really good, then we might also extend it to some animations and storyline stuff again. But it will not be like last season's... I don't really need to go any deeper than this, do I? It will not be like last season's story where it's like interdependent on the server and what's happening on the server. It will be just like a little independent series of animations to sort of bring a little fun along the way. So, yeah, you know, maybe the season is evolving a little bit now, you know? The animations last season were amazing, says Davey. Yeah, they were. They were terrific to work with the Puka on. Okay, so there we go. That's like the base. Then I think you need a 3 extra out to there, if I'm not mistaken. So it'd be 1, 2. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Oh no! No! Oh, we got troublemakers. Stop making all the trouble. Yeah. Gonna have to eat some bread now because of that. Yeesh. I can hear some of them. Oh, they might... Does that mean they might be in a cave or something like that? I can hear them behind the walls. Yes, and I want to keep that filled in. So I think we're building like the edge of the shape now. In before Stronghold. No, just mountain biome, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I'd want a stronghold in my base. I guess it would just be, you know, have a portal in your base, right? Like an end portal, so it won't be that bad. But the problem is there's already a stronghold that's been discovered, right? And if I think about the proximity of the nether portals, I'm pretty sure that one would be too close by for there to be another stronghold in this area. So yeah. Whoever thought of silverfish in the game should be ashamed of themselves, says GM4K. Jeez, brutal. Curl says, the sounds of those stress me out more than the damage do. Yeah, I think in the past playing this game they were a little more unforgiving when the game wasn't so easy and you didn't have like netherite armor, I guess. But the main thing is that like I've been in strongholds with the hermits before, and like they just continuously spawn over and over again to the point where we're all getting swarmed by silverfish. I can't remember what season that was, but I think it might be season 3. There's like just a hilarious professional Minecrafters moment of all of us down in the stronghold and just getting overwhelmed by like an army of silverfish. I remember Cleo dying. I think it was so brutal. Some of us started running away. I think they had all like built up in the room next door or something. Okay, almost got this bit done. I wouldn't mind picking up some redstone. Always like to collect the ores, right? Let's fill those back in. And is it me, or is it like bigger on one side than it needs to be? Huh. On 2 sides I've built it too big. Great. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, same problem over here, right? Chris Fadis is here gifting a sub to Flocky the Mad. Thank you so much. My dude, greatly appreciated. Thank you for gifting the sub. Flocky, be sure to say thanks in the chat. Here's a question for you, chat. I'm dog sitting this evening, so I'm going to be taking the time off to like relax and watch a movie. What movie should I watch? What's popping on Netflix or Amazon Prime or Disney? Those are the ones that I've got. Beacon is 9 by 9 on the bottom, right? You got 3 in the middle, then you got the 4 tool, 3, 2. Oh god, I built it. Oh dang it. I'm not used to building it this way around. Usually I build it out in the open. I have a different like method for that. Shrek, says May School. I don't know, nah, Shrek ain't my kind of movie. Like, I like movies like that when you watch them with other people. You know? Okay, do I have a bunch of stone in here? I do. I'm going to grab some of that stone. Well, as you know, when we stream, we never do anything efficiently or smooth, so we're just keeping on track, really. Actually, I should probably, like, double-check this before we get too headstrong on this. So, like, 1, then 2, then 3, and then 4. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. My bad, my bad. Digging out more than I needed to, eh? Outer Range with Josh Brolin is actually really good. Outer Range, eh? I just realised I can't like exactly look them up, so I'll just have to write down some names. Also, don't just say the name of the movie. Convince me. There's so many random movie names, I'm like, I have no idea what this is about. No idea. Unpopular opinion, but Ghibli films give me a creepy, uneasy feeling, says Clubhouse Studio. I tried to watch some of those and I didn't really get sucked into them, but I didn't get a creepy vibe. I mean, I don't know why they would be creepy. They're quite, I don't know, quite innocent sorts of movies. I've just decided that building a beacon this way is awful. Like trying to build it so it's just closed in and you don't have to worry about it. I've done it before. I just shouldn't attempt it on stream, I think is the lesson. It's significantly more difficult to do on stream. You're just going to lose track of like where you're placing the blocks. Actually, I think the trick is probably not to put the blocks in the middle, because you're going to need to be like here in the middle, right? 12 Mighty Orphans, a true story about orphanage boys taught during the Depression when kids just dropped off because parents couldn't afford to care for them. Oh, that sounds terrible. But also, like it might be quite an emotional, moving movie. All right, I'll check that one out after as well. City of Lost Children. I think I've read about that one on occasion. Also, are these available on streaming? Like, ooh, I'm making a mistake. Like, I've only got a few subscription services. Swiss Army Man, I've seen that one. That's a very interesting movie. Because I watched, I didn't get to talk about it. I watched Guns Akimbo, right? That is a really cool movie. Very stylistic. I gotta say, a bit too violent for my taste, but like very, very stylish, and you know, it's got its sense of humor. It's got like that style and the soundtrack and all of the elements I thought came together really quite well. Okay, that's the middle, so we're still on track. I thought maybe it deserved a bit of a better rating than it's got online, but I don't know. Some people find movies like that to be cheesy, whereas I feel like almost like that's the point sometimes. Like it's self-aware. 12 Mighty Orphans is on Prime. Awesome. Yeah, I'll have a look-see-loo later on. The trick is to settle on what you want to watch before you decide to watch it. Because, man, the amount of, like, decision paralysis and choice dissatisfaction with just this ridiculous availability of content these days is really concerning me. I feel like I can't, like, pick a movie without thinking, should have picked that other one. And it's like, I don't know that. Watch the damn movie. I watched Awakenings with Robin Williams and Robert De Niro, and I'd not seen that Robin Williams movie before. That guy just has like such the nicest, kindest mannerisms in his movies. Like he injects that like warmness into a lot of the characters he plays. I miss that guy in movies. So sad what happened to him. Just watch them all, says Ashbroker. That's the problem. There's too much. There's too much to watch in a lifetime. So, you know, you got this thing in the back of your head, like, you don't want to waste your time, right? Like, you don't want to pick... Like, if you could watch terrible movies every weekend... Whenever you watched a movie, if it was always pants, you'd be annoyed. You'd be like, this sucks. Oh, God! It's on! We got caves! Also, it leads to cliffs. That's what's at the top of the caves. I know that because we're on a mountain. It's like Minecraft has changed. Okay. Glowing! Oh! I will take that. Dude, get out of here, you scamp. Right. Let's continue our adventure upwards. Our vertical adventure. And hope that there's no ledges up there with something waiting to shoot me. Ad Astra with Brad Pitt as an elderly space cowboy. I've seen that movie. I can't quite remember off the top of my head how it went. Jojo Rabbit. Now that was a really good movie. Like when I saw that advertised, it looked really tone deaf. Like I saw how it was advertised and clips of it, and I was just like, oh, this looks god awful. Like, and then when I actually watched it, I was like, oh no, they've got the humor of this spot on. It's a very difficult topic to get humor correct with, right? And they got it spot on. So yeah, recommend that one for sure. Oh look, there's more of those caves. And somewhere there will be cliffs eventually. When I get... Oh, I've run out of my torches. I need to hold on to one or two of those, don't I? Look, you're being a nuisance. Stop. Your life is about to end. What do you want to do with it? Okay, it's over. Right, onwards we go. I'm also writing down movies to watch, says Vendying. Cool. I mean, if you're like new to watching movies, if you're young, there's so many. There's so many good ones. Be sure to swing by the old International Movie Database. The top 100 or 250, whatever it is full of gems. Full of gems. Oh, I was thinking about this the other day because I've been listening to this podcast. I finished it. It was really good. I'll probably waffle on about it at length at some point because it was a really fascinating listen. But at the end of it, it ends with TikTok. They talk about TikTok. And they interview a bunch of young people that talk about, you know, what they do on TikTok. And oh, God. You are just a meanie and I'm out of torches. Oh! Gosh, what a noise. What an embarrassing noise that was. Anyway, and they're like, you know, how much time do you spend on TikTok? And some of them are like, oh, you know, like 10 hours a day. I was like, dang. And TikTok videos are short, so you're just constantly getting something different each time, right? And it makes me wonder, like, how many young people that spend a lot of time on TikTok care about movies? Because, oh, here we go, it's probably going to be bad again. Okay, actually, I need to just keep going up. Keep going up. How many caves are there? I feel like we keep just going into epic cave system after epic cave system. Ah! And then suddenly fall down. I don't like it when it makes you suddenly fall down. So yeah, like, if you're a young TikToker out there, okay, watching your TikToks every day, spending hours on it, what is it like? What are movies like? How do you spend 10 hours a day, says GMAC. Well, you know, the people they interviewed were giving these numbers. They were at a convention that would attract people that were, like, you know, very much into it. Man playing cave game gets annoyed at caves, says Empactigula. Very true. I'm not annoyed, I'm just having fun. My screen time to TikTok is probably about a year or so is 0 hours. Oh, so you're saying you don't use TikTok, right? TikTok is full of activism. I have so much hope for the next generation. I would be pretty ignorant to whatever kind of activism goes on TikTok. But one thing I'm not really a fan of is the sort of like signaling that takes place online on Twitter or whatever. Like, there's some movement and you change your profile picture and all of this, and I'm not really keen on it because it seems a bit more like I don't know if this is the correct term, but like slacktivism. Like, it all seems good, but it doesn't actually really do anything in the world, right? So I haven't seen what it's like on there, but I'm very aware that, like, online it's not the same as real world action, and it's easy to, you know, throw up a hashtag or put some sort of color differential on your profile picture. I mean, those things have a form of effect, but they tend to feel more like social effect. I don't know, social, yeah, like ideas and ideology, but not so much like manifest into real world change. What was that word? Slaptivism? No, slacktivism. It's a term that got thrown around for, like, people spouting activist ideas or ideologies, but, like, also not really actually doing anything. That's not the activism I'm talking about, says Widdershins. Yeah, like I said, I got no idea, right? Like, I'm just, I've seen things happen on the internet. I'd be interested to see what it's like on there. It wouldn't surprise me if it were a bit like the sort of slacktivism problem. Gosh, I almost died. Oh, wait a minute. Where do I want to go from here? There's a way out back to our slime chunks. But I need to give it the haste effect. Oh, my brain remembered something useful. GMAC, thank you ever so much for subscribing. Also, Cosmonaut MCU, thank you for the Prime. Greatly appreciated, peeps. Thank you for your support. TikTok is great for small bits of learning and humour. Yeah, possibly. Again, I like to always throw a little doubt or whatever into the discussion. I'm so aware how bad I am at learning, right? And I love watching YouTube videos, but it's entertainment. It's like in one ear, out the other kind of effect. I don't know, you know, what the quality of content is, or maybe it's just like a problem that I have. Maybe I'm just, you know, not a great learner. But yeah, I love watching all these educational videos on YouTube, and then when it comes to like remembering the facts and the information, it's like, uh-oh. I learned about Mercury Retrograde yesterday, and that was super cool. At the moment, my brain has retained that information, and I could explain it. But that's a really cool phenomena where it looks like Mercury, and I think it happens with Mars as well. It looks like they're moving, like they're going one direction in the night sky, night after night, you know, moving across the stars. And then it starts to look like it goes back on itself before it then goes in the same direction. And it's like they call it an illusion, but really it's not an illusion. It's just, you look at the night sky and you think it's fixed to your position, but your position is moving, and it's moving relative to other things. So because all the planets rotate around the sun, it means that, like, as we rotate, we overtake Mars. It creates this illusion from our perspective that Mars is going in the same direction, but then goes back, and then once we overtake it, it keeps moving on again. It's probably like a terrible thing to explain without some sort of visual aid, but I understand the effect pretty well. What are we going to replace this stuff with? It doesn't really matter, does it? Just stone means you can insta-mine it again. So I got that reference image, and I need to sort of get the basics of that shape in place, I feel like. Is really our goal for today. So what I'll do is I'll dig out this layer, 2 tool, and then we'll put the shape in at the layer below us. Because this is pretty sure this is the chunk border here, isn't it? Yep. Yes, it is. Had any good curries recently, X, says Chris Fades. Not since the last curry update, I haven't. But I have been enjoying eating some good food. I ordered from a place that did burgers, and they did wraps as well. So I got a halloumi wrap, which I love, and it came with chili jam in it. And dang, like, ever since I discovered that combination, chili jam and halloumi, I am so sold on that. And in a wrap, just wonderful together, right? Just wonderful. That sounds amazing, says Lee Tally. Yeah. I mean, like, I am just, like, rebounding in a way from my, and I'm doing it, you know, healthy. I'm not binging or anything, but for years, in trying to lose weight and get healthy, I really did eat just such a regimented, you know, nothing special. Everything was salads, vegetables, and whole foods, and no takeaways, nothing for years, like, to get to where I am now. And now I can sustain where I'm at and enjoy, you know, trying these different takeaways and stuff, because I don't do it every day. I do it once or twice a week. I got a pretty good handle on, like, how many calories there are and what's in them and stuff. And I'm just really enjoying it at the moment, just enjoying my food a lot. And it's just nice to kind of get to this spot now where I feel like all I'm doing is maintaining, really. Because I did, you know, cutting for so long. And, you know, I got to where I want to be. Now I just got to keep myself on track. Easy, right? Oh, I got messages from my admins and mods about learning on YouTube. I was in a professional development seminar a couple of days ago on how they present information more effectively. The following statistics struck me. 10% of what they read, 20% of what they hear, 30% of what they see, 50% of what they see and hear, 70% of what they see and write, and 90% of what they do. Yeah, that sounds pretty darn logical. But you know, the thing with statistics is they always have a broader context. You always get given like the end result, but it's like, who's actually asked about that, and what is the nature of that information? Because there are people out there that like love to learn through books, and you know, that works extremely well for them, and that's their like great way of learning. Remember, because everyone's different a little bit, but I don't know. Whenever I hear statistics now, I'm just very aware of how statistics are built out of data sets, and data sets themselves are full of many variables and require a little context and whatnot. But you know, it sounds pretty logical. I think I've also heard something quite similar stated here and there before as well. But the thing that makes me interested is like what they see and hear and write. I feel like note-taking definitely is a good way to help you remember stuff more. I've actually taken a few notes here and there, and it's the things that I've taken notes of, like for quotes or little sayings that I want to remember, are the ones that have really stuck with me. And I need to make a habit of like opening my notes and reading them a little bit more from time to time, and that would probably help me memorize them better. X, what do you think of people who keep track of their BMI? Are you one to focus on your BMI or a specific weight goal? Says Isaac Paddy. Yeah, that's what I do. BMI and weight, you know. They're almost sort of one and the same, right? Body mass index, you know, height to weight ratio. I mean, it's like I always say, things are tools and it's how you use them. For some people, their relationship with the scales can be destructive, and for others it can be positive. It happens to be very positive for me, tracking my weight and stuff. It never gives me anxiety, it gives me a sense of control and direction. You know, I feel like I get to track where I'm trying to go and I can adjust, you know. My experience though mostly is because I've been working on getting my weight down for so long, is usually just looking at the scales and it's like, oh, I'm a little further along. But there have been occasions like Christmas where you see, oh, it's come back a bit. Okay, need to, you know, next couple of weeks I'll slim it down a little. Waterfall says BMI is kind of sus though. It doesn't take in things like muscle mass and density into account. Yeah, it doesn't, but there are ways to also measure those metrics in your body as well. So they're all useful tools. Understanding that is helpful though, right? Like again, like you always just need the broader context. We communicate in simplistic terms. We simple things down a lot, you know, simplify to communicate them. Whereas, okay, once you got that concept, knowing the broader picture is good too. Doesn't mean like things have to be ruled out, just that you understand a little better. A nurse I really dislike at BMI index living in Leicester with a prominent rugby team. The BMI has them all at morbidly obese. Yeah, well, you can be fit and active and be quite big as well. Like you have your big strength guys, world's strongest man, doing like those extraordinary weightlifting, and it tends to be, if you want to pursue something like that, something quite physically intensive and demanding, that you can actually like accommodate a fair amount of body fat along with that. And I think for some of the big lifting it makes it a little safer too. I'm not entirely sure because I've never really gone into that space too much, but yeah, you can be really physically fit and have, you know, a large body weight as well. So yeah, like again, it's like the BMI thing is a tool, and it can be useful, and it can be more useful when you understand the broader context of things. I've been trying olive leaf tea and I'm really enjoying it. It's like green tea but without the caffeine. Do you enjoy different types of tea? Yeah, I have a little bit of green tea along with regular tea. I've got some Twinings flavoured ones, mint and caramel, which are nice. But I'm not massively into trying lots of different types of tea, whereas when it comes to coffee, I've really enjoyed trying a few different flavours and would totally be down to experiment with some more. But yeah, I really enjoy my coffee drinking. It's not what you eat between Christmas and New Year, but the rest of the year, says Kristen. Yeah, that's a helpful way of looking at it, really. What I always say is you have your routine, and your routine is what's most important because it takes up the majority of your time. So if you're getting your eating right on your routine, which You know, you think about it, your daily routine is the thing that you spend the most time doing. So if you can pack it full of good habits and good practices, not even talking about food here, and they become part of your routine, then whatever those things are, they're going to give you that compound interest effect over time. So like, keeping on top of your diet and doing good throughout the year and your routine, terrific. Something comes along, there's an opportunity to have a little bit of fun with food, eat more than you normally would, maybe you're on holiday, like go for it, like, because you can enjoy that and then go back to your normal thing after, right? Widdershin says, yeah, I ate healthy and exercised hours every day in high school. Still, I was big as a blimp. Now that I'm unhealthy, I'm thinner. Bodies are silly. I don't think that bodies are silly. I think it's how you like weigh up input and output and what you're doing. So, like, if you are healthy and active in... Oh, press the wrong button. Or did I? Weird. If you're healthy and active in high school and eating lots of food and stuff, like you can be big and fit, and then, you know, if you eat unhealthy, it could be that you're just eating less food, right? I see like a fair few sensationalized stories of, oh, you know, no matter how much I eat, I never put on weight and stuff. But it's like, I'm not sure that your experience of how much you think you should be eating is a great measurement, right? Like, I don't measure how much I'm eating by my experience of it. I measure it using the calorie counting and then the Fitbit, and those things are not even 100% accurate, but they give you a good, like, ballpark figure type thing. That's like an expression, isn't it? It gives you a rough idea, and you learn to fine tune it and whatnot. And so that's what I've done with time. And, you know, I used to have like takeaway meals that I'd like guesstimate, and I feel like I even got better at guesstimating those. And when they recently made it so that they had to put some of the calories on the menus, I went and looked at them and I thought, oh, I guesstimated that pretty well, because like, you know, there's probably some that I got completely wrong as well. But how to explain it, you know, like relying on just your own little intuition can potentially be quite misleading, is what I'm essentially saying. Right, so I need to find the chunk border and then go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the first part of our circle, and we'll dig across the other side. Alright, let's pick out some more. Actually, if any of my mods want to help with this discussion a little bit. Trying to pick out. If Ziggsy says, if you've never calorie counted / weighed food, you have no reference on what a lot is a lot. That's a great way to put it. And I can tell you this because different types of food are, you know, rich or filling, right? Like, I could make a bowl of salad, a fruit bowl size salad that I will sit down and eat, that is less than 300 calories and will fill me up, right? And then you could put a slice of cake in front of someone that's small, will make you probably feel hungry because of all that sugar after you've eaten it, and it'll be 600 calories, right? Like, there is a big difference in food. So if you go on your own tuition about how much you think you're eating and stuff, like, there's all these, like, you know, different foods have different effects on your body. There's lots of, like, hormonal stuff going on, right? And all of that is not a great way to suss out what's actually going on. Because, you know, the human perspective is rather fallible. And not scientific, is it, at all, really? It's not a great measurement for these metrics. And that applies to a lot more things than just the one thing we're talking about right now, I guess. Cosmo42 says, in my life there has been a ton of shifting health advice around eating. Fat is bad, carbs are good. Now keto is good and carbs are bad. I'm of the opinion that we really don't know. The advice always changes and evolves. And unfortunately, a lot of advice in the beginning was heavily influenced um, by the food industries when the American government was sort of creating that standards of food, the old pyramid that you're taught, you know, the triangle of foods. That's not really great advice. And I think the advice does get better with time, but sometimes bad ideas take hold, like misunderstanding that fat is bad for you. It's like certain types of fat can be bad for you, and it's really about like finding where the good advice is, and it's tricky and it takes time. But like, if I were to sort of summarize all the things that I've learned that I think is probably good for the average person, is to focus on eating whole foods and, you know, foods cooked by yourself at home. So we're talking about cooking meat and vegetables and eating salads, and those tend to fall into just the healthy. When you start picking things out of the frozen section and you start microwaving meals and you have takeaways, and you know, you start to get into like the more processed foods, which generally the more processed the bad it's going to be. Preservatives and additives are going in, there's lots of flavoring and stuff, and you're sort of going into the unhealthier territory, right? Now, all food is food, and it will give you energy and things that you need, but you have a choice over what type of food you want to consume, right? So then from there, it's like, well, obviously you can overeat food, right? You can eat too much of a healthy thing and put on weight. So when you start to think about it from that perspective, I would say learning to properly count calories and whatnot can kind of get you on the way. It might not be the best way to start. It can also be kind of tricky to be consistent with calorie counting. My strategy was to be as precise with how much I'm trying to count as I can. So I remember reading a little anecdotal story about someone who was saying that calorie counting didn't work, and then their friend or whatever said, but you know, like, you're always drinking Coke and you never account for the calories in your sugary drinks. So you do kind of have to account for everything. Some stuff is very negligible, like a cup of tea, so it might not be worth tracking, but you know, you've got to get a handle on counting properly. But how do you know that it's bad, says Cosmo42? Because there is a lot of science and research out there indicating that it is the processed foods that are not so great. Not so great for us. Right, so then we go out by 3 in either direction. And then to the middle. Right. Where was I gonna go? Where was I gonna go next with this discussion? Can't really remember. What are we up to? Like eating healthy? Then you can do calorie counting. I think the one last thing to mention is like cutting sugar out of your diet generally seems to be really good. Like when people talk about carbs being bad, it's not all carbs, right? Because vegetables, like I said, whole foods that you should be eating, plants out of the ground, potatoes, tomatoes, carrots, all great. Lots of them are just carbs, right? But they are complex carbs and they are fibrous in nature. When you eat fruit, it is best to eat it with the peel, because the peel is where all the fibre is, and the fibre counteracts the effect of all the sugar. So like lemon and lime peel is really nice, but obviously banana peel, not. Kiwis are absolutely great to eat with the peel. Other fruits, not so much. And maybe, you know, personal preference becomes a thing here and there. But yeah, really when it's like the whole thing about not eating carbs is more related to not eating sugary carbs, and that goes in the direction of like pastas and bread. So you know, minimizing consumption of those things can help. Like rice is the better alternative to pasta. Exalian says potato good carb, pasta rice bad carb. I mean, like when we put things into this good and bad category, it's a little black and white thinking. It's not quite like that, right? It's a lot more grey, but some things clearly go in the direction of bad. Like the processed foods, the additives and preservatives and sugar. Other things not so much. Like I think in my experience, pasta and bread are probably worth considering in the bad category, but they're not the worst thing ever, right? Getting that sugar. If you drink tea, you know, and you like to put in a couple of spoonfuls of sugar, get that sugar out of there, you know. But yeah, and it's about how you have a that one goes there. You have a response to all that sugar in your body, which isn't particularly great. How your body has to then go and deal with all the sugar. So things like bread and pasta tend to elicit that response. Rice, not so much. So that's why they tend to say rice over pasta. Doesn't it make a big difference which kind of pasta, like full grain and all stuff? Yeah, so I don't know too much about this because I don't really eat much pasta and I haven't gotten into it. But I do know that having whole grain pasta is probably a better choice than the white bleached out pasta. And the same goes for bread as well. Having half sprouted bread or whole grain breads over white bread would be a better choice. And you know, all this information doesn't mean you have to do this. You have to do this thing, you have to do that thing. Arming yourself with the knowledge, if you want to make changes in your diet for the better, it gives you the options, and you might discover, hey, I actually really like the taste of brown breads, and normally I have white bread, and you can make that switch, and you know, the brown bread will just be a little bit more in that healthier direction that you're looking for, right? But believe me, all the stuff I'm saying, I'm trying to be as faithful as I can to all the research and learning that I've done over the years, and how I've tried to understand this as diligently as I can. And all of it's potentially subject to change on some level when new information comes around, but this does seem to be, you know, pretty good. Sunny Zero says brown bread is kind of ugh. Ah, it's a shame, dude. I absolutely love brown bread. I pick those ones over white bread any day. To me, like, because I cut all this out, right? Just so sensitive to sugar. I don't really enjoy white bread because it's so sugary. I really like, you know, some wholesome. Oh, what's the difference in the flavour? It's like, I don't know. It's just got like a deeper sense of flavour, I find, when you have whole grain stuff. But you know, I've been doing this a long time, and yeah, I'm very off the sugar. Somebody says, I enjoy brown bread too. Brown bread tastes a little more fuller. Yeah, that's because again, it's the sugar effect. Like, the white bread's going to be more sugary, and what sugar seems to do is to make you feel more hungry after you've eaten. You get that sweetness and you want some more. I love a good German rye bread, says Randy Nicole. I recently had a sandwich when I was in London, and like, I didn't know what I was going to eat, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm eating that. And it had this really, like, thick, dark, I'd call it black bread more than I would brown bread. It was just absolutely dark. I think I talked about this before. It was a onion bhaji and turmeric hummus sandwich with this dark brown or black bread. And the black bread was so crunchy and just, God, loved it. I had it twice now. I was there like a few weeks ago and had another one. That sounds gorgeous, says Core Gamer. It really was. It really was. The second time I had it, it was good, but not quite. Like, that's something I've noticed with food. It's like you discover some like new dish, and you try it, and you're like, oh my god, it's so great, and then you go and order it again, and it's not quite as good, because variety is, like they say, the spice of life. With food, variety is kind of king, isn't it? In a ways. Did the music hit the end of the playlist just then? No, it didn't. I've gone well over my stream time, because we've just been so into this little chat, but if you look at this, we have built the beginnings of a slime farm, because this is the shape of the slime farm. And I should turn off these These things right here. Nothing beats the classic sourdough bread, says Gozo Goal. I had sourdough bread a while back, and I seem to remember not really liking it. I feel like I want to try it again just to confirm. But every time I hear it sourdough, I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting, because I like my savouries, you know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the discussion and learned some potentially valuable info. I feel like I want to keep going, but I gotta shoot off. And there were more messages in chat coming through that that looked interesting. I didn't get to respond to. Anyways, I don't know when I'm going to stream next. Very slim chance I might just decide to stream again tomorrow, but it'll probably be Tuesday. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Right. Anyway, hit that follow button if you're heading out of here, or before you head out of here. And if you'd like to be a part of a raid, we'll go raid a Minecraft channel. I don't know what one it's going to be, but while I have a look. Big thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated, and cheered. As always, I appreciate all your support. Thanks to all the peeps gifting those subs. Also, the Fegley for 14 months. Wishel Lock for 13. I was caught up in the waffles and I missed. I am terrible, aren't I? Let's go raid Ava JC today. 100 viewers. Just supporting a random Minecraft community member. Here we go. I think I did all the thank yous. If I missed anyone, I apologise. I will be here again soon. You got an episode of Vanilla Tweaks coming out later today, and a new episode of Hermitcraft on Monday. Take care, everyone. That's it. Bye-bye.